Listen closely, because what is happening right now is not an algorithm accident. It is not a coincidence that your finger hovered over this specific video, or that you felt a sudden, inexplicable pull to click despite the hundreds of other distractions fighting for your attention. You are here because the spiritual atmosphere around you has shifted, and deep down in the quietest part of your soul, you have felt it. You have felt a heaviness that you cannot explain to your friends or family. You have felt a resistance that seems to push back harder every time you try to move forward. This message had to fight to reach you. There were technical glitches, distractions, sudden emergencies, and thoughts telling you to scroll past, all designed to keep you from hearing what is about to be revealed. But you are here, you made it, and that alone is your first victory today. We need to talk about why the last few weeks, and specifically the lead up to February 10th, have felt like you are walking through waist-deep water. You have been praying, you have been working, you have been trying to keep a positive mindset, yet it feels like for every one step forward, you are dragged 2 steps back. You look at your bank account and it doesn't make sense. Money comes in, and then immediately something breaks. A bill arrives, a fee appears, and it evaporates. It's like trying to carry water in a bucket full of holes. You look at your relationships, and people who used to be close feel distant, cold, or suddenly argumentative for no reason. You look at your own mind, and where there used to be clarity, there is a fog of anxiety, a loop of self-doubt asking, did I miss my chance? Did I do something wrong? Has God forgotten me? Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. I am here to tell you with absolute certainty that God has not forgotten you. In fact, the intensity of the attack you are facing right now is the greatest confirmation of the blessing that is about to be released. You need to understand the nature of the enemy you are fighting. A thief does not break into an empty house. If you were empty, if you had no destiny, if there was no wealth attached to your name in the spiritual realm, the enemy would leave you alone. You would be coasting. Life would be easy because you would be no threat to the kingdom of darkness. But you are not coasting. You are in a battle. And the reason the battle has intensified specifically now is because you are standing at the threshold of a massive breakthrough. There is a specific spiritual dynamic at work here, one that ancient texts and spiritual strategies have identified for centuries, but is rarely spoken of in modern times. It is the spirit of the python. This is not a creature of fairy tales. It is a metaphor for a very real, very intelligent spiritual pressure. Think about how a python operates. It does not attack with a loud roar like a lion. It does not strike quickly and leave like a viper. A python is a constrictor. It wraps itself around its victim slowly, so slowly that at first you don't even realize you are being squeezed. It waits for you to exhale, and when you let your breath out, it tightens its grip just a fraction of an inch. It doesn't want to crush your bones immediately. It wants to suffocate you. It wants to squeeze the breath, the spirit, the inspiration, the life force out of you until you simply give up. This is what has been happening to your finances. It hasn't been a sudden explosion of poverty. It has been a slow, suffocating squeeze. a constriction. You feel like your options are shrinking. You feel like the walls are closing in. This is what has been happening to your dreams. You used to have big visions, big ideas, but lately you're just trying to survive the day. The Python spirit attacks your breath, your prayer life, your ability to speak life into your situation. It wants you silent. It wants you tired. It wants you to think this constriction is just bad luck or the economy or your age. But I am telling you today, this is a coordinated spiritual siege, and it ends today. Before I reveal the specific strategy to break this Python grip, and you must hear the final step because it is the key that turns the lock, I need you to understand why this is happening to you. You are a chosen one. I know that term gets thrown around, but let's look at the data of your life. You have always been the black sheep. You have always been the one who feels things more deeply. You have always been the one people come to for help, even when you are drowning yourself. You have a light that irritates the darkness. The enemy knows that if you get access to the wealth and resources God has prepared for you, you won't just buy a nice car. You will build, you will help, you will heal, you will change your family's lineage. You are dangerous to the enemy. That is why the attack is on your resources. It's not about the money. It's about stopping your mission. The blockage you're facing is not a wall. It is a dam. Visualize a massive river. If you build a dam across it, the water stops flowing downstream. To the person standing downstream, it looks like the river has dried up. It looks like lack. It looks like poverty. But if you go upstream behind the dam, the water hasn't disappeared. It is accumulating. It is rising. It is building massive potential energy. The pressure is immense. That is where your blessings are right now. They haven't been stolen. They have been held back. And the pressure behind that dam is now so high that the enemy is terrified. He knows that when this dam breaks, and it will break, it won't just be a trickle. It will be a flood. This is why you are seeing the number sequences. This is why you are waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. This is why you are feeling this restlessness. Your spirit knows the flood is coming even if your eyes can't see it yet. The Python is trying to squeeze you one last time to make you walk away from the dam right before it bursts. He wants you to curse your life, to agree with the lack, to say, it never works out for me, because if you say that, you reinforce the dam. But if you change your frequency, if you change your agreement, you pull the lever that collapses the wall. Let's look at the 4 pillars the enemy has targeted. First, your finances. The Python restricts flow. Maybe you've noticed that every time you get close to a promotion, a deal or a sale, it falls through at the last minute. That is the squeeze. Second, your relationships. The enemy uses isolation. He wants you to feel like nobody understands you, so you stop sharing, stop asking for support. Third, your mind. The weapon here is distraction and brain fog. You sit down to work on your dream, and suddenly you are overwhelmed by a need to clean the house, or scroll social media, or worry about something that happened 10 years ago. Fourth, your spiritual ears. The enemy creates noise, fear, news, gossip, so you cannot hear the quiet instructions of God that will lead you to your wealth. But here is the good news. The grip is breaking. February 10th marks a significant shift in the spiritual calendar. We are moving out of a season of testing and into a season of harvest, but only for those who refuse to surrender to the squeeze. You have to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what am I going to do about it? The why keeps you in victim mode. The what moves you into warrior mode. I want you to take a deep breath right now. Seriously, breathe in, hold it, breathe out. That breath is proof that the Python has not won. As long as there is breath in your lungs, there is power in your voice. And we are going to use that power to dismantle this attack. The first step in breaking the Python grip is recognition. You have to stop calling it bad luck. Call it what it is, a spiritual attack on your destiny. When you label it correctly, you stop fighting the symptoms and start fighting the cause. You stop fighting your spouse about the bills and start fighting the spirit that is devouring your finances. You stop fighting your boss and start fighting the stagnation hovering over your career. The second step is the law of non-agreement. The enemy needs your cooperation to destroy you. He needs you to agree with his lies. When the thought comes, you will never get out of debt, and you say, "Yeah, you're right, I'm doomed," you have just signed a contract with the enemy. You have given him permission to continue the squeeze. You must break that agreement. It sounds simple, but it is the hardest thing to do when reality looks bleak. You have to look at the empty bank account and say, "This is temporary. My provider is limitless. This is a dam, not a drought." I want to pause here because the next revelation is critical. Many of you have been tithing, giving, and helping others, yet you are still broke. You are asking, "God, I did my part. Where is the harvest?" This is where the python is most deceptive. It constricts your capacity to receive. You are good at giving, but you have a blockage in receiving. You feel guilty when good things happen. You feel unworthy of wealth. You deflect compliments. You undercharge for your services. You say, "It was nothing," when you did something amazing. The python feeds on that unworthiness. To unlock the wealth God has for you, you must expand your capacity to receive. You must believe that you are a vessel worthy of being filled, not for your own ego, but so you can overflow into the world. There is a concept in spiritual law called the tithe of the mouth. We talk about tithing money, but what about tithing your words? If you pray for 10 minutes asking for prosperity and then spend the next 10 hours complaining about how expensive everything is, you have cancelled your prayer. You have neutralized your own power. Your words are the navigation system for your life. If you program the GPS for failure and lack through your daily conversation, that is exactly where the car is going to go, no matter how much you pray for a different destination. Now let's talk about the specific energetic shift of February 10th. In numerology and biblical symbolism, the number 10 represents divine order, completion, and a new cycle. It is the number of the law and of responsibility. February, being the second month, represents witness and partnership. We are entering a time where divine order is coming to your partnerships and your duality, your spirit and your body, your faith and your finances. They are aligning. The chaos you have felt was the rearranging of furniture in your spiritual house to make room for the new furniture that is arriving. You have to understand, God is not keeping money from you. God is protecting you from premature success that would crush you. If you had received this wealth 3 years ago, before you went through this refining fire, it might have destroyed you. You might have become arrogant or lost your connection to spirit. But now you are humble. Now you know where your help comes from. Now you know what it feels like to have nothing, so you will never look down on those who are struggling. You have been prepared. The character development phase is over. The deployment phase is beginning. But the enemy is throwing a tantrum. He is squeezing tightest right now because he sees the date on the calendar too. He knows his time is up. That's why the anxiety has been so high this week. That's why the physical exhaustion has been overwhelming. It's the final stand. I want to challenge you. In the comments, I want you to declare your victory before you see it. Don't wait for the money to hit the bank. Write, "I am breaking the grip." Write, "My dam is breaking." When you type that, you are taking a physical action that aligns with your spiritual belief. You are driving a stake in the ground. You are telling the algorithm of the universe and the algorithm of YouTube that you are engaging with this truth. Let's go deeper into the solution. We talked about recognition and non-agreement. The third key is sacrificial gratitude. It is easy to be grateful when everything is going well. Anyone can do that. But to be grateful when the car breaks down, to be grateful when the client cancels, That is a weapon of mass destruction in the spirit realm. When you offer gratitude in the middle of the storm, you confuse the enemy. He expects you to cry, to panic, to curse God. When you say, "Thank you, God, that you are in control, even though I don't see the way out yet," the python loses its grip. It cannot hold on to a grateful heart. Gratitude lubricates your spirit so you can slip out of the constriction. There is a story of a man who dug for gold for months. He bought the equipment, he did the work, he dug and dug. Finally, exhausted and seeing no results, he sold his equipment to a junk man for pennies and left. The junk man called in an engineer who checked the fault lines and told him, "Dig 3 feet to the left." 3 feet. That was the distance between the first man and millions of dollars in gold. He stopped 3 feet from gold. You are the miner. You have been digging. You are tired. You want to sell your equipment and quit. This video is the engineer telling you, do not quit now. You are 3 feet from the vein. The python wants you to stop digging. God is saying, one more strike, one more prayer, one more day of faith. This financial breakthrough that is coming is not just about paying bills. It is about kingdom wealth. Kingdom wealth is resources with a mission. It is money that has an assignment on it. God is looking for distribution centers. He is looking for people he can trust to flow resources through. He doesn't want the money to stop with you. He wants it to go through you. If you can prove to God that you are a trustworthy distribution center, that you won't hoard it, that you won't let it corrupt you, He will pour more into you than you can contain. This squeeze has been the interview process, and you have passed. Now pay close attention, because the next revelation can change your entire week. The Python spirit often works through borrowed offense. This means you get angry about things that have nothing to do with you. You get sucked into other people's drama. You watch the news and get angry. You scroll social media and get jealous or upset. This is a trap. Every ounce of emotional energy you spend on drama is energy you are not spending on creating your wealth. You are leaking power. To break the grip, you must seal your leaks. You must become fiercely protective of your peace. If it doesn't align with your destiny, delete it. If it doesn't bring you peace, walk away. You cannot afford to be expensive with your energy on cheap things. I feel a strong prompt to tell you about the midnight hour. For many of you, the attacks come at night. Insomnia, racing thoughts, fear of the future. The Bible speaks often of the midnight hour as a time of deliverance. Paul and Silas were in prison, bound in chains. At midnight they didn't complain. They sang, they praised, and the earth shook, and the prison doors flew open. Not just their doors, but the doors of everyone around them. Your breakthrough is not just for you. When you break this Python grip on your finances, you are going to break the poverty mindset for your children. You are going to break the struggle for your siblings. You are the chain breaker of your lineage. That is why the battle is so hard. You are carrying the weight of generations, but you are not carrying it alone. As we approach February 10th, I want you to perform a prophetic act. I want you to clean your house, literally. Clean your wallet. Throw away old receipts, gum wrappers, trash. Organize your space. Why? Because clutter is a physical manifestation of stagnation. When you clean, you are signaling to the spiritual realm that you are preparing for guests. You are preparing for the new. You are making room. You cannot ask God to fill your hands with blessings if your hands are full of yesterday's trash. Clear the space. Also, forgive. Unforgiveness is the poison you drink expecting the other person to die. But more than that, unforgiveness is the glue that keeps the python attached to you. When you hold a grudge, you are tied to that person and that trauma. You are tethered to the past. To move into your wealthy place, you must travel light. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Cut the cord. Say it out loud. I release you. You owe me nothing. God is my source, not you. Feel the weight lift off your chest when you say that. We are coming to the most critical part of this message. the strategy for the days ahead. You might be feeling a mix of hope and skepticism. I've heard this before, you think. I've tried everything. That skepticism is a defense mechanism. It's trying to protect you from disappointment, but cynicism is a ceiling. Faith is a roofless room. You have to choose to be vulnerable enough to believe again. God is saying, I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten, the years you lost to depression, the money you lost to bad investments, the time you lost in bad relationships. Restoration is not just addition, it is multiplication. When God restores, He makes it better than it was before. Job lost everything, but in the end, he had double. You are in your Job moment, but the end of the book is already written. You win. But you must participate in your rescue. You cannot be passive. The python waits for passivity. You must be active. Wake up and declare your day. Today is a day of favor. Money comes to me easily. I am a magnet for solutions. Even if you don't feel it, say it. Your feelings are subordinates. Your words are the commanders. Do not let your feelings run the ship. There is a specific vibration to the word wealth. It is not just paper currency. It is well-being. It is health. It is connection. It is peace. If you have $1 million but no peace, you are poor. God wants you to have holistic wealth. The python attacks your peace first, because if he can steal your peace, he can block your prosperity. Guard your peace like a treasure. On February 10th, I want you to take 5 minutes of silence. No phone, no music, no talking, just sit. And in that silence, visualize the dam breaking, see the water flowing, see your debts paid, see your face smiling, see yourself helping others, feel the emotion of it. That emotion is the fuel. Visualizing without emotion is just daydreaming. Visualizing with intense emotion is creation. I know some of you are thinking, what if nothing happens? That fear is the python hissing in your ear. Rephrase it. What if everything happens? What if this is actually the turning point? The risk of believing is zero. The cost of doubting is everything. You are being called to a higher standard. The chosen one path is not an easy path, but it is a glorious one. You have been in the wilderness, but the wilderness is not your home. It is your classroom, and graduation day is approaching. The skills you learned in the lack, how to stretch a dollar, how to fix things yourself, how to pray when no one is watching, those skills will make you a wise ruler over the abundance that is coming. You won't squander it because you know the cost of it. Listen to me. The enemy is going to try to distract you immediately after this video ends. A notification will pop up. Someone will call with bad news. You'll remember a chore you forgot. Stand firm. Do not let the seed that has been planted be snatched away. Stay in this energy. Rewatch this if you have to. Let these words soak into your subconscious mind. You are reprogramming your operating system from survival to thriving. The python grip ends when you realize the snake has no power over you except the fear it induces. It is a bluff. You have the authority. You have the name that is above every name. You have the power to tread on serpents and scorpions. Use it. Command the constriction to leave. I command the python spirit to loose its hold on my finances, my mind, and my family right now. Say it with your chest. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to go on a complaint fast. No complaining. Not about the weather, not about traffic, not about money. If you catch yourself complaining, stop, cancel it, and replace it with a praise. This traffic is terrible. Wait, cancel that. I am thankful I have a car to drive. Watch how the atmosphere around you changes. Watch how the python cannot find a place to grip you because your surface is too slippery with gratitude. This is your time. The delay was not a denial. The silence was not an absence. It was preparation. The dam is about to break. The pressure you feel is the promise pushing against the problem. And the promise is stronger. If this message resonated with your spirit, if you felt that shiver down your spine that says this is truth, then do not leave this circle without connecting. Subscribe to the channel, not for me, but to keep yourself in this flow of high-frequency truth. Like the video, to signal to the algorithm that you want more content that empowers you, not content that distracts you. And turn on that notification bell, because the next update I have is going to be about how to manage and multiply the harvest that is coming in. You don't want to miss that. I read every comment. I pray over them. Share your story. Share your declaration. I am ready for the flood. The python is dead. Let's build a community of fortress builders here. You are not alone. You never were. The army is just invisible, but it is vast. Go into this week with your head high, shoulders back. You are a child of the Most High. You are a chosen one. The siege is over. The wealth is unlocking. The python is defeated. Walk in that truth. Live in that freedom. Until next time, keep your spirit strong and your eyes open. The best is not just coming, it is here. Now consider the specific mechanics of how this final note from the divine operates. It's like a frequency key. You have been trying to open a digital lock with an analog key. You've been using hard work, analog, to solve a spiritual alignment issue, digital. The python spirit operates on a low frequency, fear, scarcity, survival. When you elevate your frequency to love, trust, and generosity, you become invisible to the snake. It literally cannot see you. It hunts by heat, the heat of your anxiety. When you cool your spirit with the peace of God, you disappear from the enemy's radar. Think about the times you felt most attacked. Was it not when you were most worried, most fearful? That fear was the scent the enemy tracked. Now think about the times things just worked out. You were likely in a state of flow, of trust, of it is what it is. That is the state you need to inhabit permanently. February 10th is a portal. In astrology and spiritual timing, planetary alignments often mirror spiritual shifts. Without getting too technical, the alignment we are seeing supports structure and karma. Good karma, the rewards for past labor. You have planted seeds for years. You watered them with tears. You protected them from the birds. But you haven't seen the fruit. You thought the seeds died. They didn't die. They were germinating. Bamboo grows underground for 5 years, building a complex root system, and then shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks. You are in the 5th year. You are about to have your 90 feet in 6 weeks moment. But you must not dig up the seed to check if it's growing. That's what doubt does. It digs up the seed. Trust the process. Let's address the loneliness of the chosen one again. It is painful. I know. You go to family gatherings and feel like an alien. You try to explain your spiritual journey and they look at you like you're crazy. This separation is necessary. If you were surrounded by people who were comfortable in their dysfunction, they would anchor you down. God removed them or removed you from them to cut the anchor chain. Don't mourn the loss of people who are not going where you are going. Bless them and release them. Your tribe is waiting for you at the next level. The wealthy, spiritually aligned, kind-hearted people you are asking for, they are on the other side of the dam. I want to give you a practical tool for your finances this week. Bless your bills. It sounds counterintuitive. When a bill comes, usually you feel a pang of anxiety. Ugh, another one. The python tightens. Instead, hold the bill and say, "Thank you that I have the service this bill represents. Thank you that the money to pay this is on its way. I bless this company and I bless my bank account." You are changing the energy from debt to circulation. Money is currency. It must flow like a current. If you resent the outflow, you block the inflow. Also, watch out for the imposter syndrome. As blessings start to trickle in, a voice will say, "Who do you think you are? You don't deserve this. It's a mistake." That is the python trying to shame you back into the cage. You must have a rebuttal ready. Who am I? I am a child of God. I am a joint heir. I am the one who stayed when everyone else left. I deserve this because my father promised it. The spiritual war is fought in the imagination. The enemy sends you images of disaster. You imagine your car breaking down. You imagine your spouse leaving. You imagine getting fired. You are using your God-given imagination to create the enemy's future. Stop it. Cast down those imaginations. Replace the slide in the projector. Put in a slide of victory. Put in a slide of abundance. It takes discipline. It is mental rep work. But you have to do it. Remember, the python squeezes slowly. This means the relief might also come progressively at first and then suddenly. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. If you find $1 on the street, celebrate it like it's $1 million. You are showing the universe you are paying attention. You are grateful for the small, so you can be trusted with the large. This message is long because the deprogramming takes time. You have been programmed by society, by trauma, and by the enemy for decades. A 5-minute video cannot undo 40 years of programming. You need immersion. You need to marinate in this truth. Let's talk about the physical symptoms of the python leaving. You might find yourself yawning a lot. Yawning is often a sign of spiritual release. You might cry unexpectedly. Let it out. Tears are liquid prayers. You might feel a sudden need to sleep or a sudden burst of energy. Honor your body. It is processing a massive energetic upgrade. Drink water. Water conducts electricity, and you are receiving a download of high-voltage spiritual power. The final note: attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.